This week on Tia Niki and Merida, leave. That's right, opting out of the U.S. There's no other way to put it. We've been through the steps. Now is your time to what? Leave. Let's talk about it. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. I'm so happy to have you all here with me today. We are in another location, out of the living room into another room, just to sit and chill. You know, I've told you all, it is thick here with the heat. It is starting to warm up in Merida. Are you ready for it? Some people are already hot. You ain't seen nothing yet. So this week, we are talking about leaving. Leaving and opting out of the U.S. That's what we are doing. More than ever, and anytime I think in recent history, we have the opportunity to actually leave and live a beautiful, fruitful life abroad using options like tourist visas, 6 months in, 6 months out, retirement and pension, Social Security, and also the newest, most beautiful thing, the Nomad Digital Visa. So now you can work internationally and choose to live and be fruitful in another life. Now, before we get into leaving and opting out of the USBS, you know I can't go another further unless I give a shout out to my new and my true, always coming through for your girl. I appreciate you all riding with me. To my new community, my new members, thank you so much for rolling with your sister. I hope that I am giving you information. I hope that Auntie is giving you the real. You know I take pride in doing that. All the way from the mold to the possibilities for you actually changing your life. It has been a quite interesting and busy couple of weeks here in Merida. We've had so many people come in. I've had 7 clients at one time roll through here in the last couple of weeks. We were able to get together. If you're not following me on Facebook, please do so. And also check out the community tab right here in YouTube, where I share pictures and, you know, parties and great achievements that we are making, finding our place in a different place, which happens to be Merida, Mexico in this case. Right quickly, we're going to go through the announcements. We have quite a few, but we will move through them quickly and get into the topic of our discussion today. So if you have not, please donate to the Tia Niki Relocation Foundation. Please take a moment to pause and read through the mission statement of the Relocation Foundation. You know, here we're all about empowering our option to move abroad and to have a richer, more fruitful life. Since we're living this one, hey, why not live it the best we can? I happen to believe that has a lot to do with the environment that we choose to create and procreate in, okay? Next thing I'm so excited about, that 10% off contract I got with IBIS, or EBIS as it's pronounced in Merida. Go over to EBIS, the link is in the description, and enter Tia Niki in Merida and get your 10% off on your hotel stay. If you have problems using that promo code, please email me at tianiki@tianiki.com or tianikiinmerida@gmail.com. Also, keep in mind that when you check in, you will be at the location and you can give them the code then. I want you all so much to take advantage of this opportunity. As I mentioned before, I do not receive any type of compensation for offering this discount. My goal always is to get you here the most economical way that I can and feasible way that I can. So anything I can do to help, I'm here to do so. Also, I am excited about this trip to Chichen Itza. Yes, indeed. The trip to Chichen Itza, mark your calendars, June 22nd. It's on a Saturday, 2024. Yes, indeed, this year. We will have a spectacular time. Tickets do go on sale next Sunday. I will have all the information for you guys, including the payment page and everything that is included. This option will be open to locals as well as people visiting, clients and all, children, everybody. So purchase your tickets early because there is limited seating. We want to make sure that it's comfortable, smooth, and enjoyable for everybody that comes aboard to our trip to Chichen Itza. We are going to have a great time. We will also be having dinner afterwards. It is optional. So stay tuned for details. You got quite a ways to go so that you can save up your money. I am thinking about taking partial payments for the trip to Chichen Itza. So I will probably do a poll to see. But the price, you all know I always keep it affordable because I understand living in the U.S. and how paycheck to paycheck is indeed a real thing. Moving on to our last announcement for the day. Of course, it's the Alliance Group. Come join us and take part in a wonderful experience. We meet up once. Right now, I'm doing it about every 3 weeks, but as time goes on, and hopefully I get an assistant, we will be meeting every 2 weeks or every 2 to 3 weeks to just chit chat. Tia Tea Talks is what we do. Tia Tea Talks, we just sit back, we have a subject, we talk about it, and then we also talk about other things that go on in the city, and it is an opportunity for you to ask questions directly to me. So for those who want a consultation, but you know your plans are changing weekly or monthly, and you want to stay abreast of all the things that are going on in the city and also stay in contact with me and be able to ask questions as you go, please join us over at the Adventures Alliance Group. AAG is who we are. So this week we are talking about leaving. Before we go into that, again, I want to thank the Darden family and acknowledge them. They signed their lease this weekend, so they have found a place for them. I went to the lease signing that's included in the travel packages. Visit my website and look at the travel packages and look at the welcome package and look at all that is inclusive in those. I will be revising the welcome package. I'm going to revise that. So right now it is still there to purchase. However, there is a delay because I'm going to revise it to include this housing assistance. I have been blessed to meet more realtors and get you all connected, get you all in the neighborhoods that you desire at the price that you desire. So I am going to be more involved with the process. I'm already there at lease signing. However, going around to see exactly what you're looking for as far as living accommodations in the part of the city that you want to live in and being able to communicate that with your realtor. English is a wonderful thing in this city. It's growing. However, I am always supportive of the native language. It is Mayan Spanish. Learn it, use it as a respect and homage to the culture and the environment in which they let us live, right? All right. So leaving this week, leave. Opt out of the USBSC. I see it getting thicker for you guys. I'm not looking at the media. I'm disconnected. I opted out of that. However, I'm detached. I'm connected. And I see that, and I know that it's not getting any better. If anything is getting worse, can I get an amen from the choir right quick on this Sunday? So in previous videos, we went through steps to make this happen. We went through the plan of action. If you didn't get a chance to look at the video, please go look at it. When we cover a plan of action, how to achieve a plan of action, how to execute a plan of action, how to write out and manifest your POA, your plan of action to rid yourself of the burden of living in the U.S. BS. The next video we did was about discipline. Because you have a plan, but you got to have the discipline to follow through, right? So having the aptitude, the desire, the will, the change. Being able to change your mind means being able to change your world. So we talked about the discipline to follow through on the plan that you have so beautifully executed, written out in your journal, in your notebook. The next thing we conquered was fear. And these are ongoing exercises. It's not a one and done. For some of us, it's an ongoing type of energy that we cohabitate with, right? So fear. We looked at fear. We faced fear. We looked at what's holding us back from achieving our goals. And the main thing we looked at was giving our fears a name. A lot of times we are afraid and we don't even know what it is that we're afraid of. We have not given our fears a name. And that is important because you can speak directly to it. You can approach it, confront it, deal with it, work around it, work through it. However, you're able to identify exactly what it is that's holding you back from making the change. You can speak to it. You can research about it. You can commune with people who are on the same page about it. You can do a lot when you know. Right? So this week, we're talking about leaving. We're talking about going to your happy place and staying in your happy place because it exists and because you deserve it. So the illusion of freedom, the illusion of choice that the U.S. often leans into, that you have the freedom to do whatever you want to do, to be whoever you want to be. Yet reality has dictated to most of us, including myself, going through homelessness, that sometimes it ain't easy being cheesy, right? It's easier said than done. The illusion of freedom, and exactly who's getting a piece of that pie. The American dream versus the American nightmare. Survival versus living. That's what we're talking about. Leaving. So that you can know that you can be out of that illusion and indeed have the things you want. Indeed, have the privileges that other people have in the place that you are right now. Because I am living proof. I'm here to tell you. I'm going to bring it to you real. We did a video on privilege. If you didn't get a chance, go back and look at it. It's really good. Where we talked about things that are normal to other people who are more privileged than us. Instant access versus us no access, or we have to save up to get that massage, we have to save up to go on that vacation, versus people that take it, it's a normal occurrence. We go out to the vintage yard every month, every other month. The vine, what is it, Martha Vineyards? The vineyards, yes. We go out to the vineyards often. And I ain't talking about color, because that's what America thinks it's about, and it's not. It's about rich and the poor. And then who's holding up the middle? The working man, who's like the worse off, right? Who's working that paycheck to paycheck, but yes, they're taking that money, yet they're taking that money out your check. And then the bottom where I've been, where you don't know where your next meal is coming from, all the way to sleeping on the streets. So in the States, we have the isms. I speak about the classism, the racism, the ageism, right? All these things that separate us. And it is indeed a transition to learn how to live outside of the illusion of freedom. Yeah, I would wonder with those people in all the whole spectrum, what their opinion would be about their freedom. The freedom to do what? You have the freedom to go to work every day. Is that freedom? However, you have your own business and you make your own hours. Is that freedom? Right? Because no matter what side you're on, as long as we're on this plane, we got to work and we got to eat, right? So why not do something that you love to do? Come join us in my business classes. Go to the website. I got people taking that solopreneur, entrepreneur, business development. The Alliance Group gets access to a wealth of knowledge coming directly from our wealth management expert, Robert Daly. These are things that will help you to become no illusion. I won't say delusional because that's more the apt word, right? But to come out of the dream state and come with us and live in the real world and not fear it, not be intimidated by it, and be fruitful in it. The next thing is the violence, which I don't even need to go into detail because the moment I said it, you felt it. And not knowing how to live without that is amazing. Through my clients, I'm an empath, so I feel what you feel, even though there's nothing but time and space between us. So I feel what you feel. And most of my clients have the fear and the violence hand in hand it's a bugaboo. And you have to unlearn and then relearn. And that is a process. It's a transition. It's a moment of clarity. It's a moment of meditation. It's a moment of transformation, right? And you have to yield into it. So dealing with the lack thereof, because you know what that looks like. You know the color of violence. I think we can agree it's red, green and black sometimes, and every color in between, white, brown. Violence is violence. So coming to a place where I won't say it's completely non-existent, but it's kind of completely non-existent unless you go looking for it. If you look for, my girlfriend said, if you look for trouble, trouble will look for you. It'll find you. You look for it, you'll find it. It'll be right there waiting for you. But if you're in a place of peace and your world does not consist of that, it is quite the measure to transform from living with everyday violence, seeing it every day, it being a part of your everyday being environment, to none. And some people can't handle it. They need that. For those of you who are looking for me, that's looking for peace, it's here. And it's in most places abroad. Because today we're talking about leaving. We're not talking about leaving and coming to Merida. We're talking about leaving. We're talking about leaving and going to Canada. We're talking about leaving and going to Africa. Leaving and going to Europe. And leaving and going to Thailand. Leaving and going wherever you want to go. But leaving the borders. Borders. Is it keeping people out or is it keeping people in? Or both? So moving from the color of violence over to complacency versus rebelliousness. That's a big one for me because I'm anti all of it. I'm established all of it. I can probably say that I was raised by a mother who was about the people. Social work, about the people, not about confinement and establish. It's so much corporate, right? Where I come from, right? So complacency, staying too long in the same place will make you complacent, and you will learn to live with it. You will adapt to your environment before your environment adapts to you. So when you stay in a place, there's two things that are going to be happening here. You're either going to comply and become complacent, or you're going to be rebellious and rebel, whether it be outwardly or inwardly. When we march, when we protest, we rebel the system, right? That is the opposite of complacency. Complacency is it is what it is. Go get a job and do what you're supposed to do. And rebelliousness is I deserve better and I'm going to get it. I'm going to fight for my right to be free of the illusion, right? The next thing I see is no improvement. We talking about leaving. No improvement. Where is the progress? Where's the progress? I'm waiting for my answer from y'all because I'm not seeing it. As long as I've been gone, it's been 2 years, I've seen so much progress here in Merida, both in politics, socialism, getting into the culture, the changes inwardly, the changes in the city, the changes in the people, the language, the locals learning the language, local businesses being so hospitable with expats coming and patroning their business. I was witness to a lady she went to a nail bar, she referred somebody, the owner called the referral and said, thank you, we heard you were referred by Anissa, shout out girlfriend, and she thanked the visitor, the second referral. I'm talking about community, y'all. I'm talking about improvement in the way that you live, your everyday life. Not going to work, coming home and going to bed, but going to work and enjoying your work, and then having community, friends, if you choose, right? Having an option, having a choice to go out and commune with your folks. So I don't see it getting any better. The status quo is in full effect. If anything, I see it getting worse. Big thing, lifestyle. Being able to change your lifestyle. You know, I often say it's hard being a vegan. A lot of comedians, a lot of people like, how you a fat vegan? Because you got inflammation from the GMO foods. Even a lot of this stuff, the vegetables are GMO, seeded by your boy BG, taking out these forms and seeding these GMO, right? So you cropping GMO, right? Even in the vegan world, you cropping GMO. So how are you to heal in a toxic environment? How do you heal in the place that caused your sickness? So, lifestyle. Shifting your environment to a healing environment, to a higher vibrational, particularly here in Merida, higher vibrational environment where the farms are here, PHARM, right? Versus FARM. We got the FARM. We got the farms, the seeds, everything is seeded. You can't find us. I haven't found a seedless watermelon, a seedless papaya. Papaya, fresh. I love papayas. Fresh, delicious, mangoes, sweet, seeded fruit and vegetables. Does something for your soul. It does the body good, but it does the soul better. Inflammation gone. A lot of my weight, when my face was like that, was inflammation. So being able to shift my lifestyle, shift my health style, because your wealth is your health and your health is your wealth. I love coming out with my clients and walking that walk and talk Paseo de Mateo. We walked about 3 or 4 miles the other night. It was magical. The night was beautiful. The wind was blowing. And just to think that you can live in a place like that, the lifestyle shift, the change that can only happen when you leave you got to leave. Whether it be here or anywhere. Girlfriend is thriving out there in Thailand, doing it. Out in Italy, having a ball, okay? Next thing is, of course, gaining a wealth of support and encouragement from a community that is not only interested, but involved. There's a difference. Interest versus involvement. So being a community that is interested and involved. How about that? Both. And of course, without saying, the weather. Clients that are coming out, they're coming from the States, they burning up, and we who are here and that who have adapted are cold. We're cold. However, it's March, and honey, when I tell you that it's getting warmer every day. I see AC in my future. Please note that the changes I'm talking about in the city, they're building a lot of these high rises, which were not here when I came 2 years ago. I'm here to tell you. They are popping up everywhere. I'm going to try to get y'all some footage of these high rises. As you look in the skyline of Merida, you can see scaffolds everywhere, buildings being erected everywhere. It is just absolutely amazing. In these buildings, it's all inclusive, which I'm looking forward to. I'm in the hallway, right? And we've talked about the hallway. So I am waiting. Evidently, the universe is like, sit here for a minute until something's done where you going. I'm talking to you. Sit right here until this is finished, right? Running that AC all day, all night. They got it all included. Solar panels on these buildings. Our sister Nanette, God bless you. Love you, honey. She lives in a place. It's included. All utilities included. And it's just beautiful. Because I think prior to this, and I will also give a shout out to Merida executives, council, government, local government, trabajo workers, everybody who has something to do with realizing the richness of having these solar panels included and having the electricity included. It's magical, because I'm telling y'all, it gets super, super hot here. And I think as a community, as a whole, both locals, expat, we suffer either way. We suffer if we don't use the AC and just be hot in the day and use it at night. And we suffer if we choose to use the AC and have 15,000, 16,000 peso every 2 months bills, 13,000 on up. So this is great. And for you all that are in the hallway, I wrote this down for you. As you sit in the hallway, you sit with praise, purpose, passion, and positioning, because you're being directed. So fear not, your time will come. It will come. It will come. You make the first move, which you are doing now, watching my video, watching people like Cortez over in Move Abroad and Thrive, Our Black Utopia. Shout out to every content creator that is bringing real legitimate information and helping you guys find your way. I do it a little differently over my channel. I'm about giving you tools, resources, helping you build a business, because I understand in my age, and a lot of you all are around my age, the 50s, 60s, and 70s on up. 70s, and you're getting a check, you have a stipend, leave. Go somewhere. You don't have to come here. Go to another place in Mexico that's cooler, that you may like. Get out by the beach. Get that salt air, which is healing and energetic, gives you energy, and it will help you to actually live longer. But find the place for you while you are in that hallway, that positioning. So fear not. Do the work. Take the courses. Take the classes. Mine, anybody's. Get a consultation with somebody. Shout out to Holly who came. You know, she had a bit of she visited a couple of times before, and she did not enjoy herself. One of my clients, she did not enjoy herself because she didn't get to connect with a community. She didn't get to see things she wanted to see. She came here this time and was like, I'm ready to start looking for apartments. It makes all the difference in the world. I'm telling y'all, when you have a guide, somebody who's been here, that knows the ropes, that can help you find your way. Oftentimes, the USBS tells you that you need to be separate, that you got to do it all yourself. And beloved, I'm here to tell you that you do not. That is again a lie. There are many, 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 many lies that are told. The illusion of freedom, right? Versus knowing what real freedom is. And the one thing you do have freedom to do is change your mind. You have freedom to not only change your mind, you can change your location. In you doing that, you change generations that come after you. You change your friends' perspective of life. You change your family's perspective of life. They're like, wow, you did it. And in doing so, it builds confidence. Taking that first step, it builds confidence. And it also expands over time, and it increases your person, your being, and your community. You be like, I got friends, honey, in Mexico. I got friends in Mexico. I may not have none here, but I got me some folks. I got me some peoples. So today we talked about leaving. We talked about opting out of the USBS. We talked about changing our perspective, changing our direction, what to do when you're in the hallway while you're waiting, you know. Use that time, because you'll be like, oh, I should have packed. I should have sold some things. I should have gave away some things, you know. So y'all are coming in March. March is a busy, busy, busy month. I'm so excited. I am booked like a lot. It's almost up through March, overlapping, which is good, because I want you to come together, heal. When you look, you know, I often say I'm not my brother or my sister's keeper. I am my brother and my sister. I am y'all. Representing out here in Merida. So I like the overlapping, because we can go out to dinner. We can sit and converse about the change. Sometimes you need to talk about it. You need to write about it. Express yourself. In the States, in the USBS, they swallow you down. They keep you small, and they guide your life. And it's time for you to take control of your life, to banish the illusion of freedom, because you know what real freedom looks like, to opt out of the violence, to not be complacent, to understand that it will never change, not in your lifetime or mine, to shift your lifestyle and your health style and eat rich foods, and make the body good, and take advantage of the option to leave the USBS. Okay? You can do it. I believe in you. You can make the first move, which is looking at this video, going back and coming up with your plan of action, facing the fears, having the discipline to be consistent and follow through. And that way you can move out, move on, and move up. Yes, indeed, you can. I am here for consultations. You may have a little bit of a wait, but believe me when I tell you, it is indeed worth it. You will walk away with about 30 resources, including access to Valeria, her WhatsApp. Her information is public on Facebook. And I shared a video from Move Abroad and Thrive. Check it out. A lot of the questions about the regularization program is on there. Some of you all have already visited and could qualify for your temporary residency. There is no income verification, no employment verification. The link is in the description and in the comments. Visit the website and read over what exactly the program entails, okay? Once again, remember the Tia Niki Relocation Foundation. We are doing big things over there. It is an ongoing process. And yes, we are moving into a building. We're moving into a building, okay? In that building, there will be rooms kind of like the Golden Girl style, where you will be able to stay 30 to 90 days while you get your residency or your place to live and get acclimated to the city. Use your code for 10% off over at the Ibis Galleria Styles. It's at that location only. We do have a couple of Ibis in the city. I'm working on an international with Accor, and I'm also working on affiliations with other local businesses. If you haven't, please join the Adventures Alliance group, where we talk about all of this all the time, keep you up to date on all the goodies, what's going on in Merida, what's going on with the group, what's going on in the city, what is going on with you, which is most important. So I am here. Should you need me, we're a little quick today. It's okay. I got plenty of stuff to keep me busy. Y'all know I work 7 days a week. However, everybody's like, make sure you rest. Believe me, beloved, when I crash at 8:30, I'll be gone. And I see you at 5:30 in the morning, but I get my 8, 10, maybe 10 in. Yes, I do. That's why I'm able to bring you all such important and vital information. So I think that is all I have for you today, beloveds. If you have any questions, email me at tianiki.com or tianikiinmerida@gmail.com. I will get back to you as quickly as possible. Schedule consultations, get on my books. Also, look at your travel packages if you want to come in June. Next week, we will be talking about Chitzania because the tickets go on sale for that trip. So until next time, y'all take it easy, be breezy, leave the U.S. BS, take control of your life. You ain't got to do what they tell you to do all the time. There are other options. So until next time, peace.